You know how bullies hate themselves? So their whole thing is they can hurt other people to make themselves feel better because by making someone else feel bad, they somehow feel like, well, I'm not as feeling as bad as that person. I just made that person feel bad or gave that person a hard time, so it makes me feel better. Bigger bullies might hate themselves even more. Like when you look at Trump or Putin, they've got plenty of reasons to hate themselves, but they don't necessarily register that hate. I guess if you realize that you hate yourself and that's why you're hurting other people, you might try to stop hating yourself so much. Now, bully minions are also bullies. They also hate themselves and therefore spend their time hating on other people to try to make themselves feel better. And then they look at Trump as like a leader or the big bully that they can kind of invest themselves in or connect to. And that's what they get instead of any actual love. They get fear and I guess maybe a form of respect. Although, again, if any of these people respected themselves, then they wouldn't respect Trump. If Trump respected himself, he wouldn't respect what he used to be. If he loved himself, he wouldn't be so hateful. So these people are full of hate and they have the hate uh, justified by a bigger bully, and that makes them feel okay. It's probably like their same conception of God. Now, the thing about Trump is he hates everybody and just more and more people. He can hate more people than you can. He can make you aware of people that you weren't even aware of to start hating because he's so full of hate. And he's plugged into this whole program. Putin runs it, and Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk are key components of it too. This program to make people hate as much as possible and to distract them from any potential self love or love for anyone or anything. So, what they have for Trump, they would call it love, but it's really hate too. It's really like a hate fear mix. And the, uh, the, the system of it can be brought down with love. We can oppose this whole network of evil hate mongering and fear mongering with love. I saw somebody ask about emotions recently in a live, and my response is that some emotions are more real than others. Fear is most often not real, especially when you look at all these fears that fear mongers create and trick people into. They're not real fears. They're not things to be actually afraid of, but they can activate your fear and trigger your fear and hatred because that's what they do. That's their methods. And so we need to call this out. We need to say people don't have these things to be afraid of. People can love themselves. Other people can love them. People can actually be loved if they get over the fear, because you can't love through the fear of bigotry and sexism and racism, Trumpism. We have to dismantle the Trumpism to allow the love to flow. Now, this is what I call the pillow revolution. We can do it from bed. We can do it with love. We can do it nonviolently. We can just do it with the truth, spreading information on our phones, thanks to TikTok being a platform that actually allows us to spread information versus Facebook and Twitter, which are all about maximizing fear mongering, misinformation, hate speech, all this stuff. So we just have to overpower it. We have to break through it and we have to break it down. And one way to do that is to recognize that these are just bullies. All these bullies hate themselves. Their only real power, or the thing that they have to replace love with, is this pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme of hatred, and this house of cards of hatred. And it can all collapse with the right touch, with the right kiss, blow it over with love, with something kind and good. And this actually does work. Don't have a whole lot of examples of having converted Trump Putiners back to Americans or back to humans again, but it can be done. You do see it happens to some people, and we can. I don't think that focusing on them specifically is the best idea, or obviously opposing their misinformation is a good idea, but another good idea is just to find the people that can understand and express love and keep communicating with them and hope that spills over to the people outside of that, because love works, love wins, and we win. Kamala wins, USA wins, but we have to stop all the detractors from that, all the pitfalls that keep love from happening, all the obstacles to love. We have to stop the hate, and we can do that. Again, thanks for joining the Pillow Revolution. We can do it from bed. We can do it with love. We can do it on our phones. So thanks, TikTok, and thanks everybody for being here. And stay tuned. Let's see this through, and let's let love win. Love you. See you soon.